Previously, we answered the question, how do I accept Jesus? The next question that you may have that I'll be addressing is, why should I be baptized? In Mark 16, verse 16, Jesus says, anyone who believes and is baptized will be saved. Also in Matthew 28, he even instructed his followers before ascending into heaven to go and make disciples of people and baptize them. Baptism, like salvation that we talked about previously, are both act of faith and obedience. Now, the Greek word translated baptism means to immerse. Therefore, New Testament water baptism means to be immersed in water. Baptism is important because Jesus commanded it. And in Matthew 3, verse 13 through 16, we can see that he also personally submitted to it as an act of obedience to God, his Father. You see, there are many times as Christians, we will need to be faithfully obedient to what God asks of us, even when it makes us feel uncomfortable or we don't understand it. You see, getting baptized does two things. First, it shows our lives has changed. Baptism is an outward public demonstration to the world of what has happened on the inside of a believer. Going into the water symbolizes the death and burial of the old sinful nature, and coming up out of the water symbolizes being raised with Christ into new life and freedom from sin. It's by faith we believe our old selves died, and now Christ lives on the inside of us. Secondly, it tells God you will obey him. You see, baptism is the first test of obedience for followers of Jesus. When you follow him in baptism, you tell everyone through your actions that you are dead to sin. And because you have begun this new life in Jesus that Jesus has for you, guess what? Sin no longer has control over you. Now, isn't that good news? Well, let's look at a few parting questions for you to answer. What happened to your old self when Jesus saved you? Does sin have the power to control you? Whose spirit now lives in you? Why did Jesus submit to baptism even though he never sinned?